Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to our biology class. Now we have started the next chapter in biology, that is reproduction in animals, and we were just started that chapter. And in our previous class, we were studied briefly what is sexual reproduction and what is asexual reproduction, right? So we know that in organisms there are two modes of reproduction are there. One is asexual reproduction and the other one is sexual reproduction. So in asexual reproduction, only a single parent is involved and there is no fusion of gametes, or there is no involvement of gamete formation occurs during asexual reproduction. In amoeba, hydra, yeast, all these organisms are having asexual mode of reproduction. And coming to sexual reproduction, the most important type of reproduction in organisms, that is sexual reproduction. And in that, the fusion of two gametes, two parents are involved. A male parent and a female parent is involved, and the fusion between the two gametes, fusion between a male and female gamete result in the formation of a zygote is termed as sexual reproduction, right? And coming to the sexual reproduction in animals in detail, we know that there requires a male parent and a female parent, right? And both the parents are having the sex organs that produces the gametes. Here, a male parent is having a male sex organ and a female parent is having female sex organ. Male parent produces the male gamete called a sperm. The sperm is produced by the male parent. Male parent. Okay, and this is produced by the male sex organ. And coming to the female parent, the female parent produces the female gamete called egg or ova. Ova or ovum. Okay, so the male gamete is called sperm and the female gamete is called egg or ova. Clear? And coming to the fertilization, before that we need to know what is the process of production of this gametes called. The process of production of gametes are called as gametogenesis. Gametogenesis. The term as itself has the meaning. Gametogenesis. Gamete formation. The process of formation of gametes. The formation of male gamete and female gamete is termed as gametogenesis. Okay, so after the formation of gametes, what is happening? Yes, the fertilization occurs. Fertilization occurs. So after the male and female gametes are formed, the fertilization takes place. Okay, so in fertilization we know that the fusion of male gamete, that is sperm, the fusion of sperm and egg, the fusion of female gamete, egg or ova, results in the formation of a zygote is termed as fertilization. The fusion of male gamete with the female gamete to form the zygote is termed as fertilization. So after gametogenesis, after the formation of gametes, the fusion between male and female gamete occurs, that leads to the formation of what? Zygote. Okay, and zygote is the fertilized egg. Zygote otherwise called a fertilized egg. Fertilized egg. And it is a single cell from which a new individual is formed. A new organism is formed. Okay. And based on the presence of this fertilization, where the fertilization occurs inside the body of the female or outside the body of the female, based on that, the fertilization is classified into two. Based on the occurrence, based on the where the fertilization occurred, the fertilization is classified into two, that is external fertilization and internal fertilization. External fertilization and internal fertilization based on the occurrence of fertilization. First we can discuss about external fertilization. External fertilization. It means that the fertilization that occurs outside the body of the female is termed as external fertilization. We know that the fertilization is occurring inside in the females, right? So in external fertilization, it is occurring outside the body of female. The external means outside. Fertilization occurs outside the body of the female is termed as, female's body is termed as external fertilization. The amphibians like frogs, then fishes, they are having this external mode of fertilization. For example, in spring season and in rainy season, the frogs, toads will move to the watery areas, to ponds and all. And when they reaches the ponds, the female frog or the female toad will produces eggs. Hundreds of eggs will be produced by the female into the water. Okay, and a jelly-like substance is formed around this egg in order to protect the egg and in order to provide a thick medium. Okay, so a jelly-like substance will holds the eggs together. We know that hundreds of eggs are produced by the female amphibians. So that eggs need to be held together with the help of a jelly substance, and also in order to protect that egg, the jelly substance helps. And at the same time, after that, it is kept in water, and after that, the male partner will releases sperms into the water at the same time. Okay, and this sperms can move in the water because that sperms have tail. Sperms have tail, so that it can move easily in water very fastly. Okay, so when it moves in water, it can easily reach the egg. So we know that sperms are the male gamete, and the male gamete easily reaches the female gamete, that is egg, and the fertilization occurs. The fusion of male gamete and the female gamete takes place in the water itself. So since it takes place in the external medium, it does not take place inside the body of the amphibian. It just takes place outside medium, that is termed as external fertilization. The fusion between male and female gamete takes place outside the medium of female's body and leads to the formation of zygote. Okay, so that is about external fertilization. And coming to the internal fertilization, in mammals, especially in human beings, in all other mammals, birds, insects, in all these animals, in all these organisms, the internal fertilization takes place, which means the fertilization occurs inside the body of female parent. Inside the body of female, the fertilization, the fusion of male and the female gamete occurs. Okay, so for that, from the male body, the sperms are getting released into the female's body. So inside the female's body, the sperm moves and it reaches the eggs to form the zygote. sperms are released into the body of female, and we know that sperms are motile. They have the ability to move. So it moves into the female's body and it reaches where? It reaches the egg. That means the female gamete, and by the fusion occurs, formation of zygote also takes place inside the body itself. So that is why the fertilization is termed as internal fertilization. In mammals, in human beings, in birds, insects, etc. The fertilization, reptiles, insects, in the internal fertilization takes place. Clear? So that is about external and internal fertilization. And we can move to the next topic in this chapter, that is viviparous and oviparous animals. Viviparous and oviparous animals. Viviparous and oviparous animals. We know that in human beings and in hens, the internal fertilization occurs. That means the fertilization occurs inside the body of organisms like human beings, hens, etc. But in human beings, we give birth to babies. Human beings give birth to babies, but coming to hens, it will give rise to eggs. Right, it will give rise to eggs. And what is the difference between these two? In both cases, internal fertilization takes place, but one will give rise to baby and one will give rise to egg. So the organisms, the animals like human beings, cats, dogs, cows, they will give rise to baby, or they will give rise to young ones, and they are called as viviparous. Viviparous animals, the organism, the animals that give rise to young ones, like human beings, cows, goats, then dogs, cats, etc. The animals that give rise to young ones is termed as viviparous animals. And coming to oviparous animals, the organisms like frogs, then lizards, then butterflies and hens that lay eggs, that will lay eggs. That kind of organisms are termed as oviparous organisms. The animals that give rise to young ones are termed as viviparous. The animals that give rise to that lay eggs like lizards, frogs, etc. are termed as oviparous animals. Clear? And there are two multiple choice questions in your textbook. I will just read that. The fusion of male gamete with a female gamete leads to the formation of a dash zygote. Then, which of the following does not reproduce by sexual reproduction? Obviously, amoeba having a sexual mode of reproduction. So these are the two multiple choice questions which is mentioned in your textbook. So we can stop here and continue. We can continue in our next class. The remaining portion in our next class. So I hope all of you